Well, we're here with Vic. He works with the Vanderbilt vaccine, HIV vaccine trial, and also with Nashville Cares. And we're just here to chit chat with him a little bit and um, have him tell us what he does and about the trial that's coming up.
Thank you.
So, is it starting in February, you said, or is it going to be closed for applicants in February?
No, it actually doesn't close until the summer, so we've got
Okay.
several more months to go, and it's been going since summer of '09, actually.
Yeah.
So it's been a long ordeal, but a very successful ordeal. It's in 21 sites across the country, enrolling men who have sex with men and transgendered females who have sex with men.
Okay.
The name of the trial is Hope Takes Action, and we're very close, closer than we've ever been, to having a preventive HIV vaccine that works for everyone. And researchers prospect that we're about a decade away from actually having a vaccine. But trials like the one that we're talking about are very important because they're obviously the bridge between actually having a vaccine and just having the idea for a vaccine. They have to be tested on people. People have to be willing to be test subjects in order for the researchers to find out exactly what happens when they give these vaccines to people and what needs to happen so that they'll work when people are actually exposed to HIV. So,
Okay. And I know you had told me that there's no HIV strain in the vaccine or anything. How do they exactly tell if it works?
Right.
If it's not in there.
well, so first of all, there's no HIV, live or killed virus at all in the vaccines. Instead, what we use is some of the proteins we synthetically replicate in the vaccines, and we are able to tell what the vaccines are actually doing in people's bodies by drawing their blood about 2 to 3 weeks after each vaccination.
Okay.
This trial that we're talking about is actually a 4 vaccine study, and you are vaccinated at month 0, month 1, month 2, and month 6. And then you come in 2 to 3 weeks after each vaccination, and you have your blood drawn, and then we're able to look at your antibody response, your T cell response, and also they're able to sometimes expose your blood to live HIV in the lab and actually see what the outcome would be.
Okay. So have people been willing, or has it been a challenge to find volunteers?
Both. It's been a challenge, but fortunately we've screened over 100 guys here in Nashville alone. And so not everyone screens eligible, unfortunately, or else we would have already hit our target enrollment. But we have had around 50 guys that have screened eligible that are enrolled in the trial. We have a little further to go to reach our target.
So just so people know, what makes you qualify for the vaccine? What are you looking for?
Well, obviously, men who have sex with men, ages 18 to 50, who, for this trial, who are fully circumcised and are otherwise healthy and willing to receive the vaccines, and basically can be committed to a monthly visit to Vanderbilt for about 12 to 15 months.
I was just curious if there was any risks involved in the vaccination trial.
Right.
That
Yeah. Side effects. Maybe.
side effects, yes.
Yeah, so what we've found is that less than 10% of the study field is actually reporting ever experiencing any side effects at all. And so, 90% of people not having any side effects is pretty good, obviously good odds. The ones that are reporting side effects are most often reporting side effects that you might associate with a flu shot. You know how sometimes you'll get a flu shot, the next day you'll feel kind of achy and not so great, but nothing so severe that you'd have to stay home from work unless you just wanted to.
Yeah.
So with Nashville Cares, I think you guys have been established since 1985.
I think it's actually a little earlier than that even.
How long have you been there?
I've been there 2 years, a little over 2 years, and my role has changed considerably since I started. I started in prevention education and then moved into testing and risk counseling, and now I'm actually the research manager for a new initiative there called TWEET, which is the Tennessee Wellness Engaged Effort Task Force. And this is yes, it means TWEET is basically the acronym that we hope people will remember. But what the acronym means is that we'll be doing behavioral research projects over the course of the next several years with a wide range. The project that we're actually involved in right now is a project that's funded through the National Institutes of Health, and we're partnering with the Center for AIDS Intervention Research in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it's a sexual health study, which I really can't expand any farther than that about the study, but we also need men who have sex with men for that study as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, then certainly check out the website, nashvillecares.org, and it'll have information about how you can actually screen for the studies. Everybody that participates will receive a $30 Visa gift card.
So for all of our willing viewers, they can go to nashvillecares.org to learn how to volunteer, correct?
Right, for the research study. And then if they're interested in the vaccine trial, there's a couple of websites they can check out. They can check out www.hivvaccineresearch.com, which is our program website at Vanderbilt. And they can also check out www.hopetakes.action.org, which is the national website for the trial, which I mentioned before is going on in 21 cities nationwide.
Right.
So a lot of information on the web. They can also email me directly, which would be great too.
And they can find the websites on our extras at the loop-tv.com.
More
A
questions?
few questions for Mr. Vic. Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Are
Never.
you sure about that?
Never
Ever?
boxers.
I
Never
was gonna
boxers.
say
Never
no,
boxers.
There's no way.
That's probably
No way you
true.
got boxers under there.
That's probably true. Briefs.
Just
Paper
around
and
the house.
plastic. Paper and plastic.
Paper, I would prefer.
Vanilla or chocolate.
Vanilla.
Brandy or Monica?
Monica.
Yes! Vic! Just kidding. I love Brandy.
I love brandy too.
And Monica.
Brandy.
If you go to KFC, will you be getting white meat or dark meat?
Dark meat.
Really?
That's what I'm talking
Original
about.
recipe. Original recipe dark meat every time.
What have we learned here today? Let's see. Vic likes dark meat, never boxers, and you can go to nashvillecares.org to learn more information about the vaccine and the trial vaccinations that he is sponsoring, correct?
Yes, or just look for me on Facebook. That might be a little easier. That way I can give you all the information at once. So it's Vic, V-I-C, Sorrell, S-O-R-R-E-L-L. Just do that.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook with face.